Yeah, my name is Basil. I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict. I come from Gitlaxdax, Lucky Boo, which is wolf. I come from the House of Duke, and my name is Bach Gachget. It means big man looking down. I've been sober now for 7 years, 6 months, and 30 days. When I decided to get sober, it was right after my second drinking and driving car accident. There's two of them that I was in, and I survived them both. The first one in 2007, I lost two of my best friends. I was a passenger in the vehicle. And then the other one was in 2013, and I was the driver of that vehicle. And after that accident, I felt lots of guilt because I had lots of responsibility. And there was 3 passengers in that vehicle when we crashed. So any one of us could have lost our lives, and I feel like I would have been responsible for it. So after that accident, I knew I needed help quitting drinking and doing drugs, and I knew there was no way I could do it myself. The first person I went to go see was my mom, and told her that I needed help. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew I couldn't do it on my own, so I've tried previous years before that. And she set me up with a counselor at the village government in New Anch, and we both did research on which treatment facilities I should go to, and we narrowed it down to 3, and then I ended up going to the Orchard Recovery Center in Bowen Island. And that's where my sobriety journey started there. When I went into treatment at the Orchard Recovery Center, I had no idea what I was getting into. I didn't really know what to expect. It was all new to me. And so when I got there, there's lots of counseling and there's lots of group sessions, and I learned that I had to speak about my feelings, speak about what happened to me when I was younger, and I had to talk about everything to get it all out, let it all out, and then I had to let go of it. I couldn't hold on to it. And so when I was at the Orchard Recovery, the first thing I found that was the hardest was admitting that I had a problem. Like the way that I introduced myself, I wasn't expecting that. Like I showed up there on the weekend and they didn't have any sessions yet until Monday. So I asked one of the guys that was there, so what is this? What am I getting into? So he told me, well, we're just having group sessions this weekend, so we just kind of hang out. And he said, and you got to introduce yourself. And he's like, oh, okay. Just said my name and where I'm from, and he's like, no. So he told me, you got to say your name, you're an alcoholic or a drug addict, whatever you're in here for. And I was sitting in pretty much the middle of the group, and they started one side and went around. And as I was getting closer to me, I was feeling really nervous. Like my hands were sweating, my knees were shaking, my voice felt like I was gonna cry. But once I first said it out loud, that my name is Basil, I'm an alcoholic and drug addict, it was like a huge relief for me. It was pretty big. That was first step I found that was the hardest one. First one I had to go through anyway. So when I was at treatment, I found out that that if you wanted to get sober, that you needed to do it for yourself. If you were going into treatment or whatever healing center for other reasons, for your friends or family, or for work, it's not going to work out for you. It has to be something that you want, something that you're going towards, something that something that's gonna benefit you. The important, that was so admitting that you have a problem, and once you say it out loud, it helps quite a bit. And from there, there's lots of other steps that come with it too. But the first one is admitting that you have a problem. So what I learned was that you needed to live your life one day at a time. You need to stay in the present. You can't live your life in the past. You can't hold on to whatever happened to you. You can't dwell on it. And then you can't look too far ahead into your future, where you want to go, what you want to do after you're done. You still need to go day by day. And what I found that really helped was setting goals, setting big goals, and then helped quite a bit too was having smaller goals to lead up to those goals, so that you stay in the present and you're not looking too far ahead. I do a lot of traveling for work. I've worked all over BC and Alberta, tradesman, and so everywhere that I have gone, I always take my AA book with me. So it's like a reminder of where I went, and I know that if I fall back into drinking or using drugs, that I know where it'll bring me to. Because I know that one is too many and 100 isn't enough for drinking and drugs. And the most important part of it is to have a good support system. So I know I've seen a lot of people posting that they've quit drinking for a time period, whatever, and then they noticed that they lost their friends. And I never experienced that. So a lot of my friends are still my friends today. A lot of them support my decision to get sober. I'm pretty sure they knew that I had a problem. Family was a big one too. So they helped me out quite a bit in the beginning. They're all very proud of where I'm at today with my sobriety. 7 years is a big accomplishment for me. This year in April will be 8 years. And yeah, I'm 7 years, so I still do the same thing, set goals for myself to lead up to bigger goals. So I'm always keeping busy, working towards a goal. I have something in mind and I'm working towards it. Yeah, there was, when I first was thinking about finding a way to get sober, I had family members on my Gitlaxdax side through my dad. So I had my aunties, never realized before, but they never drank or anything. And then I had two older cousins, and they were both sober. And so I used all of that as motivation and inspiration for sure. That one day I wanted to get past the 1 year mark to get to the years that they were at. And since then I've seen family members, friends that have used me as an example, same way, how long I've been sober, and using that as like a motivation, inspiration to get to that amount of years of sobriety as well. So I think that one's pretty important in sobriety, having motivation or inspiration. Before, it used to be sports quite a bit. It was basketball and soccer, pretty much go from season to season. And then my son was born. And then it was a total game changer for me, having a family. It's pretty important to me right now. So that's, yeah, my son and my family. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of the house that I come from. And I just recently started helping out more at feasts and gatherings, and from what they said, they're starting to train me for more roles in the feast, I guess. Yeah. So there's a lot of support from them too. When I first got sober, I wasn't too sure what would happen on weekends, because that was a big party time, right? So I remember the first sober weekend, and I was out of treatment. It was like, I didn't know what to do. And I was just spent time with my older brother and my nephews, and we went out and found stuff to do. And yeah, it was definitely a learning curve, what to do on weekends. And now that I'm 7 years sober, I look for things to do with my kids. You definitely learn new things. You find different hobbies, something to fill that time.